ground in Oxford again, where we are distributing the different prophecy. Though the team is small, but the numbers are moving very fast. We can all ascribe this to the glory of God, His power to reach out to people in the cities. And it is with also sadness that our stock is really running out. We have only a few boxes left. We came with lots of boxes, but they're moving at an alarming rate. And it is our prayer that the Lord of harvest will provide us with the resources and tools to be able to continue in this ministry. We need your resources, your financial support, and as well as your physical support. This work will go forward. It will never stop. With God's blessings, you will be on board. May God bless you. We appreciate your support.
If we indeed have the truth for these last days, it must be carried to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people. Ere long the living and the dead are to be judged according to the deeds done in the body, and the law of God is the standard by which they are to be tested. Then they must now be warned, God's holy law must be vindicated, and held up before them as a mirror. To accomplish this work, means is needed. I know that times are hard, money is not plenty, but the truth must be spread, and money to spread it must be placed in the treasury. Shall we abandon the work? Our message is worldwide, yet many are doing literally nothing, many more so very little, with so great a want of faith, that it is next to nothing. Shall we abandon the fields we have already opened in foreign countries? Shall we drop part of the work in our home missions? Shall we falter and become laggards now, in the very last scenes of this earth's history? My heart says, no, no. I cannot contemplate this question without a burning zeal to have the work go. We would not deny our faith, we would not deny Christ, yet we shall do this unless we move forward as the providence of God opens the way. The work must not stop for want of means. More means must be invested in it. You that are placing your talents of means in a napkin, and hiding them in the earth, who are building houses and adding land to land, God calls upon you, sell that ye have, and give alms. There is a time coming when commandment keepers can neither buy nor sell. Make haste to dig out your buried talents. If God has entrusted you with money, show yourselves faithful to your trust, unwrap your napkin, and send your talents to the exchangers, that when Christ shall come, he may receive his own with interest. Christ for your sakes became poor, but you are securing for yourselves eternal riches, a treasure in heaven that faileth not. Your means is far safer there than if deposited in the bank, or invested in houses and lands. It is laid up in bags that wax not old. No thief can approach it, no fire consume it. In obeying the Savior's injunction, our example will preach louder than words. Let each one ask himself, has not the Lord entrusted me with means for the advancement of his cause? Let us be honest with the Lord. All the blessings that we enjoy come from him, and if he has entrusted us with the talent of means, that we may help to do his work, shall we hold back? Shall we say, no, Lord, my children would not be pleased, and therefore I shall venture to disobey God, burying his talent in the earth? There should be no delay. The cause of God demands your assistance. We ask you, as the Lord's stewards, to put his means into circulation, to provide facilities by which many will have the opportunity of learning what is truth. God himself originates the plans for the advancement of his work, and he has provided his people with a surplus of means, that when he calls for help, they may cheerfully respond. If they will be faithful in bringing to his treasury the means lent them, his work will make rapid advancement. Many souls will be won to the truth, and the day of Christ's coming will be hastened. God is constantly bestowing upon you the blessings of this life, and if he asks you to dispense his gifts by helping the various branches of his work, it is for your own temporal and spiritual interest to do so, and thus acknowledge God as the giver of every blessing. God, as the master worker, cooperates with men in securing the means necessary for their sustenance, and he requires them to cooperate with him in the salvation of souls. He has placed in the hands of his servants the means wherewith to carry forward his work in home and foreign missions. But if only half the people do their duty, the treasury will not be supplied with the necessary funds, and many parts of the work of God must be left incomplete. There is a world to be warned. To us has been entrusted this work. At any cost we must practice the truth. We are to stand as self-sacrificing minutemen, willing to suffer the loss of life itself, if need be, in the service of God. There is a great work to be done in a short time. We need to understand our work, and to do it with fidelity. Everyone who is finally crowned victor will, by noble, determined effort to serve God, have earned the right to be clothed with Christ's righteousness. To enter the crusade against Satan, bearing aloft the blood-stained banner of the cross of Christ, this is the duty of every Christian. This work calls for self-sacrifice. Self-denial and the cross stand all along the way of life. He that will come after me, Christ said, let him deny himself, and take up his cross, and follow me. Those who secure the treasures of this world are obliged to toil and sacrifice. Should those who are seeking for an eternal reward think that they need make no sacrifices?